Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making shrimp and chana pie bake. So I'm going to start out with 2 cups of flour here. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of baking powder and 1 tablespoon of dry fast action yeast. To this you're going to add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and you're going to give that a good mix. Now I'm just going to add some margarine or butter straight into my mix, and then you're just going to mix this in with your hands. So just crumble it in, and then what you want, you're going to keep on adding butter till you get a breadcrumb consistency. So just keep on adding a little at a time till all your mixture has gone to like a breadcrumb consistency. Now that's all done, I'm just going to add some lukewarm water to bring this whole mixture together, and you want it to be a soft dough. Now that I've brought it all together, I'm just going to add a bit of flour onto my hand and just dust on the sides and bring it in a little bit, and this will just stop the stickiness. So you just add a little bit of flour at a time just to take that stickiness off your hands and to bring it all together to a soft dough. So now I covered it with a damp kitchen paper, and then I'm just going to put a kitchen towel on top of that and leave that to 2 to 4 hours. Now for our shrimp and chana, you're just going to add some oil to a pan, and then I'm just going to add 1 chopped onion to this and just fry this till they go soft. Now my onions are softened, I'm just adding some dry thyme here. You can add fresh by all means, but I'm just going to use dry thyme, and then I'm adding some mild curry powder. So use any Caribbean curry powder of your choice. And you're just going to mix that in for about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of garlic, and then I'm going to add a tablespoon of some jerk seasoning. You can use any brand of your choice, and then you're just going to mix this all in. And now that's mixed, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of my homemade green seasoning. If you need to know the recipe for that, I'll link it in the description below, so you can check out that video also. And you're just going to stir this till it's all combined. And then I'm going to add 1 chopped tomato to this. And then you're just going to mix that in. Now I'm just going to add some water to help that cook along. So just going to add a little bit at a time when needed, and then I'm just going to add some salt to taste and then fry. So now that that's fried together, I'm just going to add 1 tin of chickpeas. So this is just equivalent to 1 tin that I've just washed, and I'm just going to add that in. And then I'm going to let that cook for about 5 minutes with the lid on. So now that's been cooking for about 5 minutes, this is what it would look like. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water as it dried a little bit. So you're just going to combine that all together. Now I'm just going to add my shrimp, which I've just cut down the back to devein it and butterfly it slightly and wash them. And then I'm just going to add those in, as you can see, and just mix it all in with the mixture. So now I'm just going to cook that for another 5 minutes with the lid on. And then this is what it looks like after the 5 minutes. So you can see that the prawns are going slightly pink now. That's when you know that they are cooked. So once your prawns are nearly cooked, you're just going to add some spring onions and some parsley. And you're just going to mix that through. And then you're going to leave this for a further 5 minutes. So now that your chickpeas have been cooking for 5 minutes, they should be all done now. So this is what it will look like. Just going to show you the end result. And that's your shrimp and chana or chickpeas done. Getting back to the pie bake now. Now you can see that this has risen. So this was in a warm place for about 3 hours. So I'm just going to dust my surface and bring the dough onto the surface. And then I'm just going to put a slight bit of flour just on the top as well. And then I'm going to start to divide my balls. So once I've divided a few of my balls, I'm just going to put a damp kitchen tissue on top, just so it prevents it from getting a hard skin, and then continue to do the rest. So once your balls are rolled out, what you want to do is just let these rest under a damp kitchen paper for a further 2 minutes while you put some hot vegetable oil on the pan to heat up. And then once that 2 minutes is up, you're just going to roll this into like a cylinder shape, and then you're just going to roll them out. So this is where I get the pie name from, because if you know aloo pies, they have this shape. So this is where the name has come from. So as you can see, I've just made them into that type of shape. And then you're just going to fry them in the hot oil for a couple of seconds on each side. And then once they float to the top and they've gone a little bit golden brown, that's when you know that your bake is done. So the reason why I called this dish the pie bake, because obviously you can see that it looks like the aloo pie shape, and then when you actually cut into it and you open it to fill it, it is just like your fried bakes. So you're just going to fry these till they're all golden brown, and in the meantime the other ones will just be in the airtight container. So this is how it looks when it's all done after. So I'm just going to show you, look how soft and lovely it is in the inside. So I'm just going to cut open one now so you can see the inside of it. So look how nice and fluffy it is on the inside. So I'm just going to fill that up now. Now, if you want it slightly crispy on the outside, all you have to do is fry it a little bit longer. So now that my shrimp and chana is inside, this is what it looks like. This is so delicious, guys. You need to try this recipe and let me know how you get on. So if you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all in my next video. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Bye.